Okay, quick review of a few things. So welcome to your new home. Just in here, this is what we would call the charging cupboard. And in the charging cupboard, that's our modem, which is Virgin Media. Now I think we have to take our modem. Down here are just some cables in a box. The TV aerial is in there. Although we don't use it, we used TV over broadband. That's the other part of the Virgin Media, and on the right hand side that's an old BT point that's not used. At the back of here there's 4 points, they're all labelled, so going to Wi-Fi in the yoga hut, Wi-Fi in the good room, Wi-Fi in the attic, and then the yellow one goes to the TV. So the TV is on the network. We've got a Fire Stick in there that we used, and I've just left the Fire Stick in the TV. And you can switch the TV off down here. The loudspeakers, so they're all wired in. I haven't used them with the TV, and if you're looking for the other end of the cables, they are all here. They're actually under this. So just lift that up and you'll find all of the cables for the loudspeakers if you wanted to put a hi-fi system in here. In the kitchen, this is the kitchen. This is just a kitchen with plugs. Inside here in this kind of cupboard there's a light, and you've got to go round to the side here and you can switch the light on, and then there's also a light underneath. So if you went underneath, there's a switch here to put a light on under here, and I'll switch that off now. So I'll close this up. That's the underfloor heating, which is in the main kitchen area, and we don't have an automatic, although you can program it, and we put it on by pressing that button, and it's set to a default of 28 there, and you can of course change that, and eventually the underfloor heating will click on, so you can see that it clicks on with the bars. I'll put it off, so set it back to 6 is the switch on temperature, so that's it off again. All of these keys hanging here will do this door. And then over here, these keys hanging here will do this door. In the winter time, there's 5 outdoor taps, around the side of the house, and there's also water in the yoga hut. In the winter, the pipes do freeze outside if it's very, very, very cold, or they might, they haven't for a while, but if it's like 10 below or something, you can isolate the outside under here just by switching off the cold. So that's this one here. Switch that one off. This one is a mixer for hot. We used to have hot water in the garden for the kids, so that one just is left as it is. And this one is, sorry, that's not hot. This is the cold. You can switch this off. Let me start again. This is the one you switch off. This one is off. This one is the cold. So you can switch that off, and that will turn the taps off in the garden. So if it goes 10 below, that one is off. So back in the living room and going into the hall, and then into the cupboard here. So if you ever need to switch the water off, the main water is under this little thing here. So when you lift that up, you'll see the water tap there. That will switch off all of the water in the house, and it will isolate the whole house. There's also a water key in the garden, in the garage. So if you have to switch the water off in the street, you can switch it off in the street. The downstairs room, just a downstairs room. These things are legacy from old heatings and TV aerials, so they're just not used. And the rest is just PowerPoints. In the so-called good room, there's the picture TV. Then everything is in here in terms of the operations. So there's a Wi-Fi, glass tulip troop, that one's called. There's a Denon amplifier, you can connect your Spotify to that, and the TV. And the TV is hardwired to the network. So there is a switch in here. So there's the switch here. So that switch gets from the modem in the charging cupboard and connects to Glass Tulip's room Wi-Fi, and also to the TV. The Wi-Fi passwords, all of the Wi-Fi passwords are 22 Career Road, so you should be able to log in on them. This is just a bedroom, nothing special in here, just power points. That's an old legacy BT point, so that's doing nothing. And in this other bedroom, again power points, nothing here. That's just some power cables and network cables upstairs to the attic room. That is a old heating system, so that's dead as well. This is the main master bedroom. So again, power points around here. And there's an old TV aerial point, that's dead, that is no longer used, just in the wall. And this switch here isolates the Saniflo toilet. So the toilet in here is the Saniflo, so it's kind of mulch and pump, and it works very well. We're just careful what we put down it, and so we're careful what we put down it. It works fine, and if you had to isolate, you'll hear it come on when you flush, and if you had to isolate for any reason, that switches off the Saniflo. And coming out the master bedroom, we have this here in the attic stairway. That's the fan heater in the bathroom. So there's a fan heater in the ensuite. So it's isolated so that you can't have that type of switch in a bathroom, so it's not in the bathroom, it's here. Then in this other bedroom, again, nothing special in here. Just power points, some legacy point on the right hand side there that's just not used. Old, I think, heating system and power around the room. Up in the attic room, so there's a Wi-Fi point over here, so that's connected to the switch, and the network switch in here is in this cupboard over here, and this network switch, you can see it on top there, is connected to the main charging cupboard, so one of the cables comes up, and then from that it goes to the Wi-Fi box over there, goes to the TV, goes to the Denon amplifier, and I think there was old Xboxes and things there. The subwoofer is here, so you can connect your phone to Denon in the usual way with Spotify, connects to the TV, and then just plug points and eaves cupboards. Nothing special beyond that. And heading down to the utility room. So this is utility room. There's a radiator here, and then here's the boiler. So the boiler is just a boiler, Worcester Bosch boiler. The washing machine and dryer. Washing machine and dryer have isolator switches here. So if you want to switch them off, you can switch off the power points underneath. So the washing machine and the dryer, that will just isolate the power. You can just slide these out. The washing machine is of course heavy, and the the dryer is not so heavy. It's a sink, and then these are just cupboards, nothing special in here. And then there's a little wee thin mini cupboard here, so just useful for whatever might be useful. So we also zoned the heating system. So downstairs is one zone, so downstairs and the utility room and this upstairs bathroom is one zone. We'll call that the downstairs and mezzanine zone. Then the upstairs, which are the bedrooms, and the attic room is on a second zone. So that meant when we're here in the winter, we may not heat the upstairs, the same amount as we heat the downstairs. And we've done that in our Nest thermostat. So I'll go and see the Nest thermostat now. So this is the Nest, and it's connected to the Wi-Fi, and I'll give you the login for the Nest. And the Nest has got two zones. One again is the downstairs zone, so all the downstairs rooms, including the upstairs mezzanine bathroom and utility room. And the second zone, we actually use what's called the hot water setting here. So there's a hot water setting if you heat hot water with electricity, which we don't. So we use that in a timer so that we can put the upstairs on and off when we choose. And we can have the upstairs and downstairs separately. So I'll make sure I get you that information in a little bit more detail, and I'll make sure you get the login for the Nest as well.